Hey, this is Randy from Funeral Funds of America. In this video, we're going to talk about the actual cost for $5,000 worth of burial, cremation, final expense, life insurance, or funeral funds for a 51-year-old male. Now, first thing you need to know is you can go to our website at funeralfunds.com, and we've got a free quoter on just about every page. You can click on whatever state you live in. We are licensed in all 50 states, by the way. And then you just click the coverage amount and then put your birthday in there, click get quotes now, and it'll take you to a page where you can check out all the different insurance companies available in your state, all the different pricing, and you can actually do some research yourself. It's the same quoter that we use to help people in our business. So the first thing you should really think about if you're looking at $5,000 worth of coverage is that going to be enough for a 51-year-old male? Now, if you're looking at getting cremated, the average cost of a cremation right now in the United States is between $1,000 to $2,000. Now, that's if you come home in a cardboard box or an urn, nothing fancy. But, $5,000 would probably be enough. But, if you're 51 and you expect to maybe live to 61, 71, 81, you might want a little bit more coverage than that, just long term. But by the same token, if that's all you can afford right now, just get $5,000 worth of coverage. That will more than take care of that cremation, and there'll be money left over for any final expenses or medical bills or anything like that as well. And it will inflation-proof that plan into many years into the future, if you're blessed to live a long time. Now, if you're going to have a cremation and have some sort of remembrance ceremony or celebration of life, that's probably going to bring it up to $3,500 to $4,500. Again, $5,000 is still going to be enough for that right now, but it won't be as inflation-proof going forward in the future. So we'd probably recommend you look at maybe $10,000 or so. Just because you're 51, you're still pretty young. Smart of you to look at this in advance. But by the same token, we'll hope you do live to 61, 71, 81. Now, if you're looking to get buried, the average cost of burial right now in the United States is right around $10,000. And I can tell you one thing. At $10,000, it's not going to be anything fancy. It's going to be very, very meager, I should say. But, if you walk into any funeral home in the United States with a check for $10,000, I can't imagine they wouldn't help you. Why would they let that money just walk on down the road to their competition? But if you're looking at $5,000, that's not going to be enough to pay for a burial, even right now. But it would be if you maybe had some existing insurance. Maybe you have $5,000 and you got it back when that was going to be enough, but you've been blessed to live a long life and now you need more. So $5,000 might be appropriate. Maybe you have $10,000 and you've seen the prices going up and up and up. And with all this inflation, you go, boy, I need a little bit more. $5,000 would probably be appropriate for that as well. Now, one thing we do recommend you get is first day coverage. And that's what we help people with at Funeral Funds of America. First day coverage or benefits with low cost, same day approvals. And that first day coverage is really important because we just never know when we're going to die. Could be in 20 minutes, could be 20 years. So we want to make sure that, God forbid, if we signed up for a plan today and we died tomorrow, it would pay out right away. And there's a lot of 2-year waiting periods out there that you need to wait. You need to avoid. There's a lot of plans out there that only have 2-year waiting periods. And we absolutely do not recommend those plans at all. Now, a lot of people would say, yeah, but that first day coverage, you got to answer some health questions. And we go, yeah, that's right. But we work with enough different insurance companies that it's typically not an issue. We're getting 95% of our people approved for first day coverage or benefits. Now, the only reason you wouldn't qualify for first day coverage is if you had some really significant health issues going on, like maybe you had a terminal illness and you're going to live less than 12 months, or you had dementia, or you were on dialysis, or you were in a hospital or nursing home. If that's the case, we'd have to look at some other options for you. Also, seems like every week we get a call from somebody that says, hey, we had a family member die this last week, and their body's down at the funeral home, and they didn't have insurance. We don't have any money, and the funeral home's not going to do anything until they get money in their pocket. So we need to get this insurance really quick. And we have to tell them that, unfortunately, there's no insurance company in the United States that offers policies, life insurance policies on somebody who's already dead. So it's just really terrible that the person who passed away left behind this burden And it's not only a financial burden, it's an emotional burden as well for the family when they're struggling to come up with this money. So don't do that to your loved ones. Get this insurance. You need it before you die. Let's talk about the 2-year waiting period plans. There's a bunch of companies out there. Colonial Penn is probably one of the most well-known, shall we say, just because they advertise. It seems like they're on TV advertising every 7 minutes or so. But they've got their $9.95 plan. And they advertise it like you can get so much coverage. Like they don't actually advertise that you can get so much coverage. It's kind of more insinuated, how much you're going to get. And a lot of 51-year-old men think, well, for $9.95, I could probably get 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, maybe even 50,000. And yet when they check in, that's not the case. And there's a bunch of other 2-year waiting period companies out there as well. Mutual of Omaha, they've got the United of Omaha, AIG Gerber. There's other companies out there too. And they've done a really good job of kind of making the American public think that if you're over age 50, the only thing you can qualify for is a 2-year waiting period plan. Nothing could be further from the truth because we help people with first day coverage all day long. But let's focus on Colonial Penn because we can look at their pricing. So if you're a 51-year-old male, Colonial Penn, what you'll get for $9.95 is $1,620. I can tell you the average cost of a cremation is between $1,000 to $2,000, so typically between $1,400 to $1,600. That is barely enough, maybe not even enough at some places, to even get a cremation done. And also keep this in mind. It's got a 2-year waiting period. If you die of a health or medical reason, it's not going to pay out for 2 years. And that $1,620 will go a lot less further than it does today just because of inflation. So really not an ideal plan for, $9.95. So let's play around with the numbers, and we'll probably have to go 3-4 units here to get up to 5,000. Let's kind of see. Well, it's probably as close as we'll get, $4,860, because with this $9.95 plan, you cannot get $5,000 worth of coverage. You've got to play around with the units. So we've got 3 units for $4,860, and that's going to be $29.85. So roughly $30. Let's jump over to a company that offers first day coverage on our quoter, and let's see what that would be. So we've got 5,000 male and age 51 right here. We're going to click get a quote, and then we'll go back here. And again, this is $30 for roughly 5,000. And with the first day coverage company like Trinity Life, we work with them, great company. Level coverage means first day coverage, and that is $15.43. So Colonial Penn is roughly 200% more expensive, and you have to suffer through a 2-year waiting period, and you will overpay on that premium every day for the rest of your life. So why wouldn't you go with lower pricing and get first day coverage and just answer a couple easy health questions? Fairly straightforward. Now, and in fact, like through Trinity Life, you could probably get $10,000 for okay. Let's just play around with the number here real quick. 10,000. Let's see what that would be. Okay. So there you go. Yeah, you could get $10,000 for less than Colonial Penn is offering for $5,000, and it'd be first day coverage. Let's jump back here and look at our 5,000. And I want to check out a couple different companies here, other ones. Maybe so you'd be able to see all these different companies on our quarter, and you can price check. And let's go down and look for a company that advertises quite a bit. Here we go. Oh, Lincoln Heritage, right? Fine company, level, first day coverage, $23. So now Lincoln Heritage has a thing where when you pass away, they'll call 2-3 different funeral homes or something like that and check around to kind of get the best pricing, maybe do a couple other things, but $25 versus roughly $15. So they're $10 more a month. So that would be $1,200 more a year. So Lincoln Heritage is about $10 more a month than the lowest price. So that's $120 a year. So if you live another 10 years, you're going to overpay roughly $1,200. If you live another 20 years, $2,400. But let's even say 10 years. Is it worth it to pay somebody $1,200 roughly to call a few different places, maybe do a couple other things. A lot of people would say that's kind of on the expensive side, and maybe that money's better off in their own pockets. And we would typically agree. Any other companies here, you'll be able to see all the different ones. Here's like Lumico. We see them once in a while, $20. But even at that, $5 more a month, roughly $60 a year, $600 after 10 years. If you live another 10, 30 years, that'd be $1,800. Why overspend? So anyway, you can go to our website, Funeral Funds of America. We've got this quoter right here, pretty much every page. We've got a special YouTube quoter, funeralfunds.com/YouTube, and you can get the best discounts there, especially for our YouTube visitors. But if you have an existing policy and you want to price check it or add coverage or just get some information or get pricing on a brand new policy, just reach out to us. The quoter's right here. Our toll-free number's right here. And we look forward to helping you out with this. Until that day comes, you stay safe. You take care. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.